When we open our hearts, we open our minds, we set our spirit free. When we open our hearts, we open our lives, we set our spirits free. Free spirit, free spirit, free spirit. Set your spirit free.
Sanibonani nonke emakhaya, and thank you for joining us on Free Spirit. The new Warrior Training Program is an initiative that empowers men to experience and express the best of who they are. It equips them with the tools to make the journey from their heads to their hearts. Many of the men who underwent this weekend-long training program found it to be a life-transforming experience, one that helped them discover the true power of their manhood through unity, reflection, and inner peace.
Each one of you woke up this morning and you looked in the mirror and you saw yourself. And in that moment you recognized how you don't see. And it was symbolized when you took the water and put it to your face and to your eyes. You were giving yourself permission to close your eyes to the injustice that you see during the day. And as you washed your face and went around to your ears, you were giving yourself permission not to hear the cries of someone who needed you. And as you went over your face, you crossed your mouth, and you were giving yourself permission not to speak when you know you needed to speak. And as you continued down past your wrist, you put shackles on your hands so that you had limited motion to reach out for someone who needed to be reached out to. I did that. I'm sure you did that. And I know you did that because the world is still in some of the mess it is today.
The Mankind Project started in about 1985 as the result of three men's vision to put on an event for men as an empowering event or a wake-up.
We're going to wake up all the sleeping people in South Africa with this calling. Zimbabwe! Zimbabwe!
My goal here with the Mankind Project, and collectively our goal, is to give this a South African face and a South African flavor. But the primary issue of finding ways to assist men in maturing, in finding their own authenticity and accountability and clarity, is universal. To this point, these new warrior training adventures have put about 25,000 men around the planet through this process.
Zimbabwe, Zimbabwe, Zimbabwe.
The objectives of the Mankind Project are to provide a vehicle for men to awaken to what I would call their deep masculinity. And I would say that masculinity has to do with clarity, it has to do with authenticity, it has to do with feeling empowered in my own skin.
Stephen's been very closely involved with the Mankind Project, primarily in the last 3 years in Cape Town. And it's not only observations, actually, there's a shift in lifestyle that occurs, because it's being with a man who loves to become a holier man.
Part of my joy is knowing that I'm okay as I am, even with the holes and the shadows that I've got. When I know that, I feel a lot freer to move from my head, which is merely just about thinking, into my heart. And I would call that soul work. And for me, it's important to encourage men to do soul work.
I see very much in the form of the Mankind Project an avenue for spirit to find its expression. And it's, some of the men might not say it in those words, but any time that any human being, a man or a woman, has an avenue to express the best and the highest of themselves in any circumstance, for me, that is spirit taking form.
There are two core pieces that the Mankind Project offers. The one is the New Warrior Training Adventure, which is a weekend process. I would call it a process in emotional literacy. But it also has the form of initiation. We're trying to provide an opportunity for a man to be seen by other men in a community of men, which is traditionally what initiation does, is it brings a man into the community. That weekend is then followed up with what are called integration groups, which is a once-a-week process for 8 weeks of becoming more conversant with the techniques and tools that the man learns on the weekend. And really, it isn't that, as the Mankind Project, that we do anything but provide a space and a setting for men to touch their own, what we would call gold, as well as their shadow. And for me, seeing that gives me great hope that the masculine can be reclaimed by men, reawoken in a way that is going to benefit not only the individual men, but society as a whole.
I struggled throughout the weekend, finding what I came to the weekend for. And the Beastmaster kept on saying, it is no coincidence that you're here.
The things about me that I wanted to get back in touch with. And I didn't know how to do this. And I met men during this weekend who just, with a simple smile, they helped change my life.
The way I'm looking at my life now and to my loved ones, it's way, way different and beyond my beliefs.
What I can say is that I experienced the warmth of men, no conflict involved, but sincere power, energy, and love from men.
For 37 years, I think I've gone through life as a little boy, a scared little boy. And it's given me for the first time.
I hated every man that was present there because they made me feel a lesser man to what they were. I tried to ask them to give me a definition of what a man is. I held back. I couldn't ask them until Saturday morning when I really had to go into a corner and sit and peruse my own soul and try and find out what is it that angered me. Somehow I saw a picture of the 80s and I couldn't understand. And I connected eventually that the picture I saw was of a friend of mine who died through the riots. And what I saw in front of me was white. I became angry. I became angry towards whites. I hated them. I hated them with a passion by Saturday morning. And after I perused, I realized, I thought, I forgave. I thought I was free. I thought I had peace inside of me. Until that moment, I realized that I did not have that peace until I completed the process. I need to say tonight, I am sorry. I am sorry. I've discovered myself. I love myself. I love everybody inside here. I love everybody outside there. I love everybody beyond their borders. I love them beyond their constitutions. I love them beyond their flags. I love you and thank you.